What's up, YouTube? This is Heartless, and I am back with another video. And today we are starting our podcast off. Everything Tech Show. It's just me and my boy Chris right here. Introduce yourself, player.
How you doing? It's 804673.
All right, and today we're going to talk about a couple things, but we're going to start off with this new subscription service that's going on with Microsoft and what they got going on over there in a ballpark. Um, so today they advertise it on the Xbox console and on the Xbox website that they got a new subscription service, and I think it's going to kill GameFly and it's going to kill PlayStation Now. Why? Because the subscription service is $10, and with $10 you get access to over 100 games for the Xbox One and the Xbox 360, and you download it onto your Xbox console, and you get to keep it as long as you keep your subscription. And you actually, when you download it, it actually installs. It's not like it's attached to the cloud like the PlayStation Now, and you don't have access to it when you're not online. With this subscription service, you don't have to have Xbox Live. The only thing you have to have is internet connection, so that way you can have access to download the games and have it installed into your console. So, Aiden, let me know what's your opinion about this. Do you think this is going to kill the competition as far as PlayStation Now and GameFly? Because me, I think it's going to kill GameFly. Because I mean, there's no point in waiting 3-4 days to get your damn game, a physical copy at that, and get the achievements. I honestly think it's going to be for the real achievement hunters out there, myself included. It's really beneficial. What's your opinions and views about that, man?
And you say you're able to download this game.
Yeah, you could be able to download games. It's a subscription service that's coming out. You pay $10 a month, and you're gonna have over
Yeah,
100 games that you're gonna have access to. And the game is gonna have 360 games, and it's gonna have Xbox One games as well.
I'm on the phone. I think that'll be pretty good and whatnot. You don't have to wait for your video games. You don't even have to actually own the game and whatnot for $10 a month. Something from somebody's library, Netflix, and whatnot. Where I don't have to go out and buy the movie or spend money on seasons or whatever. And I'm looking at, I just pay a small fee every month. It's the same as this, where I could just pay $10. I think that's a pretty good service, especially for me, where I don't like necessarily buying video games and whatnot, because I think that shit is just outdated. I think that's pretty good. I'll probably try that out.
Yeah, they definitely got their eye on the throne, man. For all my viewers out there, if you see if you if you see the thumbnail that I threw out there, it's pretty funny. Um, but in my opinion, they really got their eye on the throne, and I couldn't say this has been better timing because right now PlayStation is killing them right now as far as with the games they got coming out and the productivity they got going on the PlayStation side. I mean, Horizon Dawn just came out, and that shit is doing numbers. And I haven't played it yet or anything like that, but I'm definitely trying to get my hands on it. And from the gameplay footage I see of it, it looks pretty decent. The graphics look really amazing. I like how the grass and the textures look and everything like that. But I got to get my hands on it to actually do a full review in my opinion about it. But I honestly, Xbox haven't dropped anything recently to what I'm saying, to justify of having a console, like just to justify to like enjoy it. You get what I'm saying? Because the Halo
Right.
Wars 2 that just dropped, it flopped, man. That shit, it just looks garbage. It didn't get my attention. I don't want it. I don't care to try to get it. It just looks trash, man. It looks like a regular Halo's game, but from God view. You know what I'm saying? Like from up top, man.
A bird's eye view. Yeah.
Right? Like who would want to waste their time playing a type of game like that? And it's I never was too much a fan of an RPG game, but that shit like that looks corny, man. And I feel like they could have did better in that department. And I feel like they could have, if you wasn't gonna release exclusive, I just feel like Microsoft. I don't want to say just Microsoft. I want to say Phil Spencer because he's the CEO. He's like the face of the company, and I just feel like he needs to get his head out his ass and try to get up on these developers. Like, yo, come on, let's get it. You know. Um, Part of the topic that I was going to discuss about as well was Sunset Overdrive 2. Sunset Overdrive 2, all the devs is like, yo, we ready. It's Microsoft that ain't making no moves on their part. You know what I'm saying? So if they was doing what they was supposed to be doing, this Sunset Overdrive would have been out or been at least been in development by now. Could have been in development. Could have been like towards the final stages. You know what I'm saying? Because it's been quite some time since the first Sunset Overdrive dropped, and that game is pretty good. It reminds me. It gives me the
Yeah.
feel of Tony Hawk, and it's like an arcade game. It's real different. That's what I like about it. It's arcadey and it's kind of different. I mean, if you look at it, looking at the gaming footage on YouTube doesn't know justice. You gotta actually. That's one of those games that you gotta actually play to actually be like, okay, well, I kind of like it. Because at first, don't get me wrong. At first, I looked at YouTube videos and I was like, man, that game looked corny. Microsoft, y'all really promoting this shit to be an exclusive. But then once it became free on the Xbox Gold, I downloaded it and I actually played it, and I was like, this is different. I kind of like this. It's not that serious, but I mean, yeah, you could tell it's a game and it's not serious, but at the same time, it's kind of addictive. You ever play one of those games that you?
Yeah, so I used to own it back in the day. Like, I think at the time I think I did pay like $40-$50 for that shit. It was, I'm sorry, you saying you got it for free and whatnot, and I ended up paying for it and whatnot. It was a pretty good game. It was a beautiful game, whatnot, a lot of color and whatnot. I'm interested to see what's going to be on the next one and how they're going to move with that one. Because I take like anything with cars in it, I kind of take it serious and whatnot. So I would like to see it do good and whatnot. Yeah, that's my take on that. Hopefully they're taking it serious, Microsoft and whatnot. Hopefully it's not rushed, no bugs, anything like that. And it's just a good overall game.
Right, and that's what I really hope they get the ball rolling on that in that department, because that's another game I really wanna get my hands on. But I really feel like this subscription service is definitely a good look for them, because it's definitely gonna make a statement. Definitely gonna make a statement, especially towards Sony and PlayStation Now. And as far as GameFly, they might as well hang it up. They might as well hang it up. GameStop, y'all need to hang it up too, because once this drops, it's game time. It's over. It's over for them. It's quiet for them.
Most definitely. It's just long overdue and whatnot.
Right. And in my
It's just,
honest, go ahead.
no, go ahead. I'm sorry.
In my honest opinion, I honestly feel like Sony gonna follow suit and make PlayStation Now similar to it, and actually improve on it. Because 9 times out of 10, competition does make you more lenient. You know what I'm saying? So once they see what Xbox is doing and how and the success that they get from it, they ain't gonna have much of a choice but to follow suit. Especially E3 coming up. So they're going to follow suit and be like, okay, our subscription service is $10 also, and you're going to have access to PlayStation 3 games, and we're going to include more PlayStation 3 games, you know what I'm saying, to try to draw some of their crowd back, to draw back
Right.
the momentum.
Right. My only concern is that the servers don't crash when they're downloading the game. Because if you release like a new Call of Duty or whatnot, or a very popular game, everybody's going to be downloading it. Whatnot. I just hope, they anticipate, could be problems or whatnot for that type of particular service and whatnot. Because people do take games, millions of people download games and whatnot, the same game. So hopefully, they anticipate something like that happening and they can go ahead and prepare for it now. And, the damn servers aren't down or whatnot when they're downloading it, the games and whatnot from the network. So hopefully that doesn't happen. Because we don't want a new game come out. Everybody download it, and all of a sudden shits don't work no more. Or something fucking broke when they interrupts everybody's service. First impressions are kind of everything and whatnot. So as long as they consider and hopefully they're anticipating problems and look at all the possible problems that can happen and go ahead and fix on that now, I think it'll be pretty good for them or whatnot. That's a damn good service to have or whatnot. Yeah, it's over for GameStop, Best Buy Zone, or whatever fuck they service. whatever game thing they got and whatnot going on and whatnot, whatever magazine I used to that waste of fucking shit. They ain't even sent all the damn magazines and shit. All that shit they got is gone. It'll be irrelevant and whatnot because yeah, if you care about it, you're gonna pay for it and whatnot. And I can see it doing well. I can see it doing well and whatnot. So yeah.
Yeah, all I can say is Sony better follow suit, man. What's your next move? I came across an article that basically confirmed that the PlayStation 5 is indeed in the works. Behind the scenes, it's in the works. So all my viewers that's out there listening, PlayStation 5 is definitely in the
Yeah,
works.
boy.
It's no longer just talking. It's no more speculation. They confirmed that shit. And I will leave a link in the description to that article. They have confirmed it, ladies and gentlemen. PlayStation 5 is on its fucking way. Now, what they're going to do with the PlayStation Pro, they're going to continue supporting it. They're going to continue uh, keep the momentum rolling. Once the Scorpio actually drops, I really predict that they're going to overclock their CPU. Why is because they're going to try to get as much as they possibly can out of those 4K games with the checkerboarding strategy that they got going on over there. Now, in all honest opinion, they did say a couple weeks back they're going to wait until and see how the actual Scorpio is going to be and how much of a beast this is going to be. But they not waiting. They not waiting anymore. They like fuck that. We going to work. And being that they going to work, I honestly feel like they're going to throw in that AMD, that new AMD processor that just dropped, that Ryzen. Because from what I'm reading about that Ryzen is basically going toe to toe with the Intel i7, man. Hey, Chris, you there?
Yeah, the audio was off for me. Can you repeat that?
I was basically saying, being that Sony is definitely working on the PlayStation 5, I honestly feel like they're gonna throw in that Ryzen, that new AMD processor. They're gonna throw that CPU up in that PlayStation 5. Cause from what I'm reading about this new Ryzen, this shit is going toe to toe to Intel i7, man. But that's on paper. I got not actual performance, actual benchmarks and results and everything like that. But on paper, it's on the same level as the Intel i7. And what you think? What's your hopes as far as the PlayStation 5? What they should and what they shouldn't include in it from as far as building it. Me and I've read some speculation talking about the PlayStation 5 supposed to be an all wireless console. I doubt that, but
That's not going to
that's
happen
not
or
going to
whatnot.
happen.
That's not.
It's not.
We're yeah, that technology. That's not going to happen. It just be a disaster or whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But I think they should use the new the AMD Ryzen CPUs if they can. Hurry up and get those contracts and whatnot. I'm sorry for the bird in the background, but I also think they can use the Vega graphics cards as well, even though they haven't been released yet. We just have a little bit of information on it now, but I mean, they have more than enough time to sit there and implement that into the new systems.
Mm-hmm.
Go with that and really, have a long discussion with AMD, especially with their new the API, the Vulkan and whatnot, which is open source. But that can be included as well. I think they should just go all the way AMD and hurry up and lock those contracts in and whatnot, so they can get a lower price now and hurry up and just start production. I think that'd be a good look for PlayStation and a great great long term partnership that they could both have.
Mm-hmm.
That's my thoughts on it, at least for the moment and whatnot.
Right. So for the time being, hold your heads for the Scorpio because I'm calling it right now. It's just a mid-gen console. just a mid-gen console until 2020 or 2021. And this is just me. I don't think they're gonna call it Xbox Two. I still think they're gonna call it Xbox One Plus. We shall see. Um, Next topic: Halo 6. Halo 6 started to make a video about this earlier throughout the week, but didn't have much time. From what I've been reading about Halo 6 is that Halo 6 is now going to support a split screen mode. A lot of fans been wanting the split screen mode because they haven't been able to play, I guess, two players on one television or on I guess online. So now they're gonna have the split screen mode on Halo 6. What they need to include is bring back the dual weapon in Halo 6, where you could be able to carry two different pistols in your hand and fuck something up. I don't know why they took that out.
Sparkle needle to needlers,
right,
and whatnot, in the damn the semi-automatic pistols. Hell yeah,
man.
I used to fuck people up with them damn needlers.
Who you telling? Fuck people all the way up with them shits, man, all the way up. But they took it out on Halo 5. Why? I have no idea. But hopefully in Halo 6 they bring that shit back, put the split screen mode on, and keep it moving.
True. I think they should bring that back and whatnot. A lot of people still go to other people's houses and play video games. There's nothing wrong with that.
Mm-hmm.
Even though that's screen cheating.
Screen
shit.
cheating?
I mean, that's
screen cheating?
Yeah. Where they look at the other person's screen
to see
what they're doing or where they at the location.
Right.
You had motherfuckers that used to put damn blankets on the TV and whatnot, tape that shit to the damn TV for the duration of the match and whatnot, just to stop somebody from screen cheating. That was a big pet peeve of a lot of people in the past. But it's gonna be okay. There ain't nothing wrong with that. You know, as long as everybody's enjoying the game.
Right. Now, let me ask you this. On to the third topic. Middle Earth, Shadow of War, another Lord of the Rings video game. What's your opinion on it? Have you got a chance to look it up? Or, like, what's your opinion about this release that's supposed to be coming out for the Scorpio and Xbox One? It's not exclusive to the Scorpio. It's going to be on other platforms as well, but seeing that it's going to be on the Scorpio most likely means it's going to support 4K and hopefully HDR. What's your opinion? What's your views and thoughts about that?
It's gonna be a damn good game and whatnot. It's gonna look amazing in my opinion. Come on, how are you doing? I mean, if they follow suit to the last one out with it and whatnot, they can expect to sell millions of copies first week, in my opinion, and whatnot. And yeah, probably if they can follow what they did with the last one, man, I'm at this point, I'm going to say probably game of the year.
I agree.
Game, because that was a damn good game, Shadow of fucking Mordor and whatnot. And I see nothing but success for the next one. That's what I see with all Lord of the Rings games, in my opinion, and whatnot, because I never really played one I didn't like. And everyone was somewhat of an improvement of the last. So that's my take on that.
Okay, definitely. I definitely agree with you 100%. No, like how they say on the Maury Show, I agree with you 1,000%. You know, because they be saying on the Maury Show, I'm 1,000% sure. And the kids end up being there. They kill me with that. Are you 100% sure? No, I'm 1,000% sure that he is.
Well, Jerry,
not the father.
Jerry reports have shown that you are 1,000% wrong, my friend. The child is yours. 2-year-old little Levon is yours.
Hey, you ever seen that damn episode where that girl was twerking because the dude was her father?
No.
She was twerking. Her moms was twerking because they found out that he was the father. I'm like, man, ain't this some shit?
Some hood rat motherfuckers like, oh, hell no.
Right.
That would fucking break my fucking heart seeing some shit like that. And all they want is the fucking money. They don't want no damn father. What the fuck?
They doing all that like
She
that
twerking like
motherfucker.
that. Like, where that fucking check at? That back pay.
Right.
So they fucking.
You twerking like fucking like your father's Puffy or 50
No, they just.
or Jay or Hove. You know what I'm saying? You doing all that shit like or Oprah or something like what the or Bill Gates or something like that, man. What? Bugging.
Hell yeah.
But back to the gaming. Uh, what else? What else I have listed here? Titanfall 3. Details on Titanfall 3, ladies and gentlemen. So far, I've been doing a lot of digging and a lot of research and homework on the Titanfall series, and I haven't found anything stating that is going to be guaranteed a Titanfall 3. Titanfall
Right, right.
2, they still supporting Titanfall 2, and they still giving out the DLC and everything like that. They still supporting it. Now, with Titanfall 3, them guys at Respawn wanted to, like, they have an idea, and they have details on far as trying to get it to work, but the developers, not the developers, but I think it's who's Respawn under? EA. I think it's EA. They're not interested.
Yeah.
They said EA is not interested in as far as releasing another Titanfall game anytime soon. That's what
I
they said.
wouldn't be either.
That's what they said. They're not interested in releasing another game anytime soon. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's always going to be a nice, long, pretty wait until we see another Titanfall video game. Now, I honestly feel like they sent this damn. I honestly feel, and I've been saying this in numerous podcasts and numerous videos, that they set Titanfall up for failure by releasing that video game out in this time frame. I mean, that game was competing against Battlefield 1, Gears of War 4.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that
True,
shit.
true,
That,
yes.
it was just competing against way too many bangers at the time. Like, what was you thinking? Now, if they would have released the damn game around February income tax season, that would have been perfect. March would have been perfect. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
disposable income and whatnot to buy a video game like that.
Right, right,
Um,
right.
Even though it's not necessarily anticipated or whatnot, but yeah, yeah, disposable income. What you were talking about, yeah, with the income tax, they would have made sales within those February or whatnot, and made some of that money back. But yeah, you can't release games like that as a business decision. That wasn't a good idea.
Right. Now, see, this is the dry spell. This is the quiet before the storm. The storm is E3, and this is the quiet period. Now, I'm going to tell you what company is definitely taking advantage of the quiet period. Ubisoft. With the new Ghost Recon Wildlands. Once that drop March 7th, it's going to sell like hotcakes. I'm so tired. Like, don't get me wrong. I know everything is about marketing and everybody want to sell their product on Christmas and the holidays around November. But me as a gamer, I am sick of that shit. Not every gamer is a little kid. A lot of gamers out there are grown ass people. So release your product in February. Hell, they advertise cars in February. They advertise everything else. Hell, they even advertise the Statue of Liberty. Statue of Liberty, because people get them damn taxes. So, I honestly feel like that would be a better marketing subjective opposed to not over a suggestion until not instead of just always relying on Christmas to release your product. And I honestly would wish everybody would start following suit because that's what Respawn did with Titanfall 1. Titanfall 1 dropped in March, the beginning of March. And if they would have did that with Titanfall 2, they would have had a better chance because the only competitor they had the only competitor they would have had was Ghost Recon.
Right, right,
You
right,
know what I'm
right.
saying? Was Ghost Recon, and Ghost Recon is third person. After a while, you're gonna get tired of playing a third person. You're gonna want to get back on the first person wagon. So they would have did better, but now they suffering. They still suffering in their sales and stuff like that. And EA is just not happy with them. They like, man, we ain't thinking about a Titanfall no time soon. Like Respawn, go somewhere and have a seat. That's basically that's basically what they're saying. And from what I've been reading around about the whole concept about Titanfall 3.
Right, exactly. And no developer is going to sit there and jump at a video game, no matter how popular it is, unless they're moving units and whatnot. If it's not moving a certain amount of units in a certain time frame and whatnot, they're not going to be bothered, want to be bothered by talks of a new game and whatnot. It's not worth their time. Promotional dollars and all the other stuff, it's just not worth their time or whatnot. If it's not, especially if it's not selling, should be selling or whatnot. If it's not, basically, which I don't think it was.
I agree with you 100%, man. Like always. That's real crazy. Now, let's step out of the basket of gaming right quick, and let's talk about Hellboy 3. And that's that I was so looking forward to that damn movie to come out, man, because
Me too.
I was a fan. I'm a fan of Hellboy 1. I'm a fan of Hellboy 2, and
Oh yeah,
I was hoping 3 was going to come out, but I was like, man, come on, hurry up and come out, because this dude is going to get too old and not be able to play the part.
yeah. Ron Perlman, his ass is like 60 something.
Right. My
This
man,
motherfucker, Ron Perlman, played in Quest for Fire
he in a
back in
lot of
the
shit.
early '80s.
He in a lot of shit now. Don't get me wrong, he in a lot of shit.
Oh yeah, Ron Perlman been in a lot of movies. Alien. I think the last Alien movie, like one of the last Alien movies, he was in it. Sons of Anarchy. Uh,
He's in the Netflix original, this new original series they got now. He's in that. I forgot the name of it, and he's also in that other TV show I've been advertising to everybody that you must check it out. It's called The Hand of God. You guys got to check that out. It's on Amazon. It's an Amazon Prime exclusive, and you got to check it out. Even if you don't have an Amazon Prime account and can't watch the Amazon Instant Video, download the shit. You didn't hear from me, but just check it out on the internet. Check it out. The Hand of God. Like, that shit is fucking fire. It's a good ass TV show, and I hope they come out with a season 2. But you know, Ron Perlman, he got so many damn gigs lined up. It's crazy, man. So it's basically we waiting on his time, you know.
exactly. And whatnot. I would love to see a Hellboy 3. I mean, the whole point of Hellboy is for his ass not to be seen. But, and the second one was kind of climax and whatnot. It was in the like the story and whatnot. It's just like this motherfucker met death.
Mm-hmm.
They was fucking with death. The last one he had, I think she was pregnant with twins and whatnot. So he is a father. That was funny. And whatnot, seeing his face at the end of the damn movie.
Right.
And whatnot, he was gonna be a fucking father and whatnot. But yeah, a third one, I can see where the gaps would be at and whatnot. Him coming back, him having children or whatnot, where the wife would be and whatnot, how much of a role she would play and whatnot. The father obviously gone. Myers, the agent that was assigned to him in the first one, he sent him to like Antarctica or some shit in the second movie because he didn't want him around no more. He was tired of him being around and whatnot. But yeah, I mean, yeah, the first and second one was pretty good. The first one was better than the second, in my opinion, because it stayed true to its form or whatnot and being like a cult, how say it, type of, like horror type of setting or whatnot, demonic setting. Then the second one and whatnot, because the second one, he was like, motherfucker, Hellboy was family friendly and all this other shit. I didn't like it. I didn't like that image of him being like family friendly. Everybody's anticipating, Hellboy and whatnot. It was an interesting story. The Golden Army or some shit like that. It was pretty interesting, story and whatnot. But Hellboy 3, to see the story, it's like I would have to do more research and whatnot, see what direction they were going in for that and whatnot. Because when Hellboy first came out, I was young as fuck. think it was like single digits or some shit. I was young as fuck when Hellboy came out and whatnot, and that shit kind of scared me at first. But after watching it all the fucking time, and then the second one coming out, I was like, all right, so what possibly could come next and whatnot. But I am a Ron Perlman fan. I am a Hellboy fan. I would love to see
Oh yeah,
the next one come out regardless. Yeah, I'll take it with a grain of salt, whatever. I was still supporting the movie.
right. Couldn't have said it better myself. Couldn't have said it better myself. And
I know that video game was bullshit though.
I didn't even bother.
The PS1.
Yeah, man.
Hellboy.
I didn't even bother, man. I ain't wasting my time, man.
This is when PS1 was fucking popular. No, this is like 2004 when that came out. The Hellboy video game for PS1 came out.
Yeah, I think so.
I think this was around the height of PS1. Yeah, thank God for PS2. PS1, at that time they was reaching. PS1 reached a lot and whatnot because it was the limits of the PS1 was just too. It wasn't a powerful system, point blank, and whatnot. A lot of games should have just been saved for PS2, but they wanted to go ahead and milk. You know how Sony is; they wanted to milk that money.
Quick money grab, smaller version of the PlayStation, original PlayStation.
Exactly, and but just how Sony is: quick money, releasing bullshit and whatnot.
Remember the PlayStation X? I don't know if a lot of people remember that. They actually released it wasn't really a console, it was just a PlayStation X. And on top of it, it was all white, and on top of it said PSX. No, I'm not talking about the actual convention, but it was actually a machine called PlayStation X, and it was able to, I believe it was able to digital record and digital download off a disc. I guess that's what it was. Digital downloader. And like if you put a DVD in there, it'll just strip it. But that was just one failed product. Just like Apple product Apple game system that they came out years ago. I think it was in the late 80s. That was a failed attempt. Or it was the 90s, my mistake. And it was just a failed attempt. But moral to the story, not every product that comes out is going to be bomb. And I guess they took the name and turned it into the gaming convention and just called it PSX. But if you could just actually look it up, PSX.
Yeah, it was a digital video recorder,
Yeah, digital video recording. That shit was huge, man. It was like the size of 2 original Xboxes. Shit was
hell
huge.
Yeah.
Well, width-wise, it's 2 original Xboxes, and length-wise, it's like 4 of them shits. That's how big it is, man. Like, it's ridiculous. But, and it came with an all-white DualShock 2 controller. Was it DualShock 2 controller? Yeah, it was. All-white DualShock 2 controller. That was with the PS2. But I really, really, really hope that this PlayStation 5 do come out. And I don't really care too much about VR because of how expensive it is. Once the price comes down, I'll determine if it's really worth the investment as far as getting it. I've already witnessed a virtual reality headset. And those of you who can't really have the lavish of spending hundreds of dollars on a VR, go to Dollar General. Ain't that right, brother? Ain't that right? Ain't it right?
Yeah. You gotta start somewhere. You gotta start small before you go big.
You gotta crawl before you walk now.
Gotta crawl before you walk.
You gotta crawl before you can walk. So,
I think in this instance, you might want to just go ahead and stumble a little bit, but you gotta crawl before you walk.
Yeah.
You might want to go ahead and stumble a little bit and get something a little bit higher, but
$15 at Dollar General. $15 is behind the counter. All you gotta do is say, "Hey, can I get that VR, that virtual reality set?" That's all you got to do. And keep it moving. Nobody got to know that's $1. That's $1 VR. Nobody got to know. $15. Do an unboxing video and go ahead and work. Get you some Turtle Beach headphones, or not even that. You get you some headphones at Dollar General because they sell headphones at Dollar General also. So you can get the
That
whole
snap in the
full
motherfucking minute.
right, and they'll snap in a fucking minute. You better not take them shits off your head because if you take them off your head the wrong way, they just will snap in half. Now,
I done broke 2 fucking headphones. Pat the back package. I had 2 fucking headphones, the same ones, them plastic ones, and whatnot. My head, because I got a big hair, I wear a size 8 hat. I took them things off my head. Just, I don't know if you can hear it through the phone. Just fucking snap, cracked on my ass and whatnot. I would never go back to Dollar General for no headphone. I changed that. You can get the Duracell earbuds.
yep.
Dollars, but other than that, don't buy nothing from no damn Dollar General with no electronic wires.
They got the 5.1 surround sound headphones in there for $15.
That's false advertisement.
For $15.
That's false advertisement.
I know for a fact because I was a store manager, so I know for a fact. I know for a fact they got them headphones and they got them damn VRs. You get you a VR and you good to go. For my budget gamers out there, if you can't see yourself spending $800, $900, etc., 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 go to Dollar General. Not Dollar Tree, but the General. You go there and get you that VR and you be good to go. Nobody got to know where you got it from. All you gotta do is flex. Be like, yeah, I got this with my Galaxy phone. You know what I'm saying? Because if you got a Galaxy phone, you can just flex. Yeah, it's the Galaxy VR. That's all you gotta do and do the Stevie J smile. Like, yeah, that's the Galaxy. It's Galaxy. hey, let me see it. No. If anybody want to ask to see that shit, you say no. You know what I'm saying? And you good to go. Good to go. But as far as gaming news, we done covered it all. You got anything?
Oh, PlayStation. What I was about to say about the PS5.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Sony has a horrible history of first-gen consoles. So if I was you, I would just wait for that second gen to come out. Because Sony ain't never fucking changed. Was there any problems with the PS4?
No.
First gen?
No.
It came out?
Nope.
Oh, so maybe they turned in a new leaf. But when it comes to first gen systems, that includes the Vitas, they have a horrible track record or whatnot. I would go ahead and wait for second gen
The only thing
come out.
The only thing they did have the issue was with the red line. It was like, you know how the light turned blue when you turn on the PS4? It was, once it gets to a certain temperature, a red line will get there, but it was shut off and then it'll cut right back on. And work.
No, they had overheating issues. That's what it was.
Overheating issues, yeah.
My buddy did. My friend does have a PS4. So I'm sorry, people. Yeah, the PS4 does have overheating issues and whatnot. That thing heat up quick. And you have to end up sending it back to the manufacturer and whatnot for a new one for them to fix it or whatnot. They do have heating issues. That is right.
And Microsoft, them niggas were smart. They put the damn fan right on top of the CPU. So once that shit heat up, the fan that's on top of the console just comes out. Now, with the Xbox One, when it first came out, it didn't have overheating issues. The issue it had was the drive, the Blu-ray drive. Faulty. It was a whole lot of faulty Blu-ray drives out there. Came to the point where it didn't play movies and didn't play games. I mean, you put your game in there and it didn't play it, like you really feel some type of way. Like, what in the world? So those was the two big issues that came out with the first gen console. So once the Scorpio drop, just wait. Don't ever get the first batch. Don't ever get the first batch. You gotta wait till the second batch.
Don't ever fucking get the first batch. Because my friend got the day one Xbox One also. This motherfucker got everything. Let's just go ahead and see he got everything. He had a problem with that one. Something was wrong with the battery or something. And whatnot. Had to send it to get it fixed. And whatnot. Don't ever get a day one, a first gen console at that. Always wait for the update because they're going to come out with an updated version. Mm-hmm. Especially PlayStation. PlayStation be releasing unfinished products and whatnot, and then selling them to people knowing that they unfinished just to go ahead and make their profit and be like, whatever, we'll fix it later. That's actually and whatnot. Remember back in the day, Heartless and whatnot. Remember? Have you ever wondered why they always make greatest hits versions of video games?
What were you talking about? Greatest hits, like the cheaper version of it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, the reason they did that is because that's their way. That was the way to fix bugs and to take certain things out of video games and to add things in the video games. To
yeah,
fix bugs, take certain things like San Andreas, you had the coffee mod, and they wanted to take that out because parents was complaining about
yeah,
that and whatnot, and then they wanted to add certain things into the video game and whatnot. So that's what the greatest hits is actually for.
yeah, and they made it cheaper too. So that's
Exactly.
exactly what it was for. They did add more things to it. Sometimes they include two games in one. You know what I'm saying? So that was a good strategic move as far as basically fixing their fuck ups. That's basically what it was.
That's how they update. That's the old school update
Before the
measure.
internet, yeah, before the internet, before everything was internet related, before patches was released and stuff like that. There was platinum hits. Xbox had the platinum hits. That was with the 360 and original Xbox. And I don't know if everyone noticed, but you don't see that anymore with PlayStation 4, Xbox One, because you have those internet patches.
Right.
So, because there's no platinum hits for Xbox right now, and on Xbox One, there's no greatest hits for the PlayStation 4. None of that shit exists anymore. Because back in the day when it wasn't, like he said, like my man said, they had to fix those bugs. All those glitches and stuff like that, they fixed it and released another copy of it, slapped greatest hits across it, made the price cheaper, and boom. So,
Exactly. Exactly. For anything they wanted to put on a game, whether they update the soundtrack, like bugs, take certain things out, whatnot, just patches in general, uh, performance issues with the video game and whatnot. That's
mm-hmm.
what they would do. They would release the greatest hits version of the shit.
Right.
That's the old school way of updates, ladies and gentlemen. So for the younger viewers, that's what that was.
Mm-hmm.
And whatnot. Because I remember when I was younger, I used to always wonder, like, why did they do that and whatnot? And that was their way of fixing their problems. But yeah, Sony has a horrible track record of first gen releases. So my advice, I'll probably end up being a turbo or some BS because they're not going to do it right the first time like they should, even though they got time to do it. And why not just wait for the second gen?
Right.
Just go ahead and wait for the second gen.
Just wait for the second gen. That's all.
Exactly. Whatnot. We're going to have another PS3 first gen incident on your fucking hands. Get a yellow ring or, well, fuck it, PS5, get a yellow streak, a line, going across the damn console with this shit overheating and whatnot, cooking you the entertainment center up and whatnot.
Hey,
That's what's going to happen.
Speaking of that, you remember the Xbox One S? The first one? The first not Xbox One, I'm sorry. Xbox 360S, the first slim one? The shiny one? They did a review on it, right? They put a game in there. They was reviewing, oh, this is such a sleek console. You know, it was a European guy. He was like, such a sleek. And he picked it up by accident. Man, that shit sounded like a lawnmower. He took his game out. He was like, oh, man, the disc. I forgot that there was a disc in there. Took the disc out, man. It looked like somebody played tic-tac-toe in back of that shit, man.
I'm going to be honest with you. I accidentally did the same thing, my man. Back in high school, when I was 17, 18, I had that slum and whatnot. I put the damn Halo, what was this? ODST.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I had put that ODST up in the system, and I said, hold on, wait, because it was on carpet. I had it laying down flat because I wanted to put it like standing up. So I wanted to put the like stand up the system. So you heard with the damn system. I was like, oh, I was like, what's going on? Now, I put it back down on the ground. I was like, what's going on? What happened to my game? I took the game out. scratches all over. The game, short story, the game didn't work no more. It will be
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
that scene. They'll do that cut scene. They'll go to start menu. You go to campaign. You go to that cut scene where they drop it out the ship,
And
and you
that's
see
it.
that white flashing light and whatnot, and then it'll just stop. That's it. That's the end of the story. That's the end of the game. It didn't work no more.
Yeah, and let me ask you this: do you think the next Xbox, the Xbox Scorpio, is it gonna? Do you think it's gonna support the standing feature?
You said support standard feature.
Yeah, like you know how you could be able to sit your console up.
Oh, stand up. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Oh, yeah.
you
Oh,
think the
definitely.
Scorpio
Yeah.
is going to be like that?
You won't need to put them down Cooler Master fans on that shit.
Man, I'll just put a damn laptop. What you call it? A laptop cooler on that
Chill
motherfucker.
pad. Yeah.
Let it sit right on top of that. Cause
Hey,
them
fellas, how's it going?
That
things
was
is
the
powered
fix for
by
the
USB.
PS3 first gen.
Right. What's up, Cut?
Oh, not much. Sorry about the late entrance to the podcast.
Bro, we about finished. You came at like the end. 'Cause tonight was
Yeah,
gonna
we've
be.
been on for an hour, 10 minutes.
Yeah, tonight we actually it's gonna be a short one tonight.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's gonna be a short one tonight.
So, what topics do we have left?
Just really nothing. We covered it all, right?
Yep, yep.
Yeah, we covered just about everything, every aspect of it. I didn't mean to
I
start.
mean,
I didn't mean to start it, ahead of time. But I'm kind of on a schedule. I got some things I got to take taken care of tonight. But
Oh, I feel you. I had some stuff I had to take care of, and I apologize to the viewers and subscribers.
we can talk. Hey, what do you want to talk about? We can do that for 5 minutes.
yeah, definitely.
Um, let's see. Have you guys talked about the Ghost Recon Wildlands at all?
No, we haven't. I'm glad you brought that up. We actually haven't. I've got some gameplay of it, and the game is amazing, man. I can't wait for it to actually come out.
Oh man.
I love how you could just take care of this. Like there's different districts, and each district is add some missions and side missions to it. And there's
Mm-hmm.
a lot of bosses that you got to get. Like that one fat son of a bitch. I couldn't wait to kill a fat ass man, torturing people.
Oh, dude. And
Lord,
I had watched tons of gameplay on it, and on a couple of them, there was a glitch to where after you shot her, like her jowls, her titties, her big ass thighs were just jiggling when she was dead on the ground, and it was fucking hilarious in my opinion. But yeah, I think this is going to be a huge hit for and Tom Clancy as the Ghost Recon franchise.
and
Like we had, or I had mentioned on a previous podcast, they're trying to get back to the same style of gaming that Grawl was, and I saw that a lot with this, but they made it um, more to the point of where it's up to you to determine how you know how you go through the game. And uh, one of the things I really enjoyed, but at first I found it kind of annoying, was flying a helicopter. Uh, I in the beginning I thought I found it annoying because it was kind of slow flying it. You know, you pull on the yoke and it just you push the yoke forward to it just wasn't, and it wouldn't go that fast. But then after a while, I started to realize, and just like a regular Bell helicopter or the helicopters that they have in the game or in the beta, those helicopters aren't meant to fly, you know, at the knots that a lot of the military style helicopters are. And but a lot of the stuff I found to be just really really awesome about it. So that's one game I'm definitely going to be getting.
I definitely agree with you on that, man. Definitely agree.
So what's this about Halo 6?
Yeah, we was basically discussing about Halo 6 is going to support the split screen feature, and it's going to
Okay.
basically,
Yeah.
and you could be able to play, like, let's say if you was coming over my house and we could just be able to play on the same TV, because
Okay.
that feature apparently that feature wasn't in Halo 5.
The LAN.
No, the split screen.
Well, they had the. I thought it. I could be wrong. I had just been playing Halo 5 online, but I thought it was, but I could be wrong. I hadn't tried it, you know. Um, and I'm not a huge fan of the split screen unless I have a large TV. If I'm using a third anything under there's no sense in playing split screen unless you're sitting right in front of it, 3 feet in front of it. Um, if I'm playing on my 55-inch TV, then yeah, split screen's a lot better.
Hell yeah, man. I used to have I think it was a 55, 60 inch plasma TV back in high school at Aaron's, even though we had to send that bitch back. But that shit used to take up damn near the whole fucking wall of my damn room.
Yeah.
Halo and shit on a split screen exactly and whatnot. Turn the fucking volume up, man. That shit, them was some good times, man. Split screen didn't fucking matter, man. It was that whole experience having that
Oh
big ass
yeah.
screen in front of you. You don't even fucking care.
Well,
There
see,
was
one of the one of
enough real estate to share with another person.
yeah, one of the only games that I had an issue with on split screen was back on the N64, like for Gold Mine. Now, if it was just you and a buddy going head to head, that's fine. But once you got 4 people, screen was divided into 4 sectors. It and if you're playing on a smaller TV, it made doing that a bit difficult.
Hell yeah. I never
Now,
did it with 4 people. I think I did it with three before, but
have did they say anything? Have they said anything about being able to log into multiple profiles with with games? Because I know back on the 360, say, if I logged into mine and my buddy came over, he could actually log into his profile um, on Xbox Live. I don't know if that's something that can be done on the Xbox One. Again, like I said, I haven't tried it, but I know it can be done on the 360 or 360. I would imagine it could be done on the Xbox One.
Well, Cut, let me ask you this. Being that I read an article and basically, damn, what's all that noise in the background? You outside?
Yeah, I'm outside. I'll go back in. It's nice out. It's like it's 75 degrees out, so but there we go. Is that better?
Yeah. Now, from what I've been reading, that in this article, Sony is definitely developing the inner works as far as taking care of the PlayStation 5. Now, I ran into somebody in the comment section on one of my previous videos. Basically, said Sony's not worried about the Scorpio. If you're not worried about the Scorpio, why are y'all developing the PlayStation 5? You get what I'm saying? Now,
Yeah.
in my honest opinion, they did come out and say they wasn't they wasn't going to, you know what I'm saying, they was going to wait on Microsoft to unveil their product and stuff like that. I'm not saying that they're going to release a PlayStation 5 a couple months right after the Scorpio drops. No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is they definitely in the works, and they have to get their feet wet back in the playing field again, because once a native 4K console drop and you have this checkerboard and shit just on, you know what I'm saying? I'm not dissing checkerboarding, but I'm saying it's like upscaling versus native. You know what I'm saying? You can't have something that's upscale versus competing with a native, because it's just not going to work out. I mean, you can for a brief time period eventually, because this generation doesn't have long left. You get what I'm saying? So,
Yeah, and in my honest opinion, and I don't mean to come off harsh or as a dick or anything, but for that's that's complete BS. Going to be is going to be worried about what the Scorpio is. They're going to take notice on the specs and all that, um, because as my personal view on it, the Scorpio is basically a stepping stone to the newest generation of Xbox.
mm-hmm.
Um, it's you know it's basically, and I probably sound like a broken record to our viewers. It's basically Xbox's, or Microsoft is basically just coming out and testing new hardware for their consoles and seeing what's practical for them to put into the new consoles, seeing how it's received by the gaming community, how well it holds up, through gameplay, and stuff like that. And and to say Sony's not worried about what the Scorpio can do, in my opinion, is a bit ignorant.
Exactly, since everybody really taking losses and whatnot.
Yeah,
Um, they're saying that because they don't have anything out right now to compete with it. So they just gonna wait for that to come out and then just make sure that whatever they're coming out with is gonna be better. That's it. Better
Mm-hmm.
specs
yeah,
Yeah.
and whatnot. That's why they're so ignorant right now, so comfortable, excuse me, confident in their words right now. They gonna sit there see what it is, how people the reception of it, how people take it, what games are gonna come out, how it performs, if it has any problems, if it has any problems or whatnot, and then they're just gonna sit there and build off of that. That's it. And it kind of sucks. Instead of coming out with something on their own and whatnot, they're waiting for the next system and whatnot to build off. That's basically what PS5 is going to be. It's just going to be a build off or whatever the Xbox is and whatnot, so they can compete with it. Uh,
yeah.
uh,
Uh,
yeah, in the
I
future and whatnot, to see if they need to spend more money, less money, and whatnot. And that comes off as mad corny, in my opinion. Just build a system that you're comfortable and confident in and whatnot. It's not like they don't know what needs to be put out in the market today. Due to this, they've been doing this since the '90s or whatnot,
Oh yeah,
and for the fact that they're doing this is just absurd. And somebody needs to call them out for it or whatnot. Just build a system that you're comfortable with building and whatnot. People can appreciate and that people want and have been asking for years and whatnot. To sit there and wait for another system to come out just so you can build off of that. That's mad corny, especially when that's the competitor, that's the competition and whatnot you're talking about. It's a smart business move. It is. It's a smart business move, but they act as if they're not confident in their own abilities to make a system that everybody will enjoy and something that can compete.
yeah. I mean, and I can see where they're saying that Sony's not a huge interest in it. They're not going to come back and see what Microsoft puts out and then, oh, what is it? Less than 12 months later, they're going to put it, Sony's going to put something else out. No, they're going to look at what it is that uh, Microsoft is doing because, like you said, they are a competitor. And for them to just completely ignore this system goes against every, everything that deals with uh, competition within business. Uh, you know, as Heartless can attest to, you know.
Right, but I mean, they have more. They have more than enough time to sit there and make a system that can blow out the Scorpio out the water. Whatnot.
Yeah,
I mean, they've been competing with them for the longest. I think they know that. I guess that line in the sand that Microsoft isn't willing to cross, Nintendo damn sure ain't willing to cross, and they should just go ahead and make a boss system. Like me and Heartless was talking about, they need to hurry up, reach out to AMD and whatnot, and Kranos or whatnot, who actually creators of Vulcan and whatnot. Just say, hey guys, we want to work with you across the board. We want the new Ryzen CPUs, we want the new Vega GPUs and whatnot, and we want the Vulcan API. Let's hurry up
yeah,
and sign some paperwork. Let's agree on a price of where we can get GPU, CPU, API, and whatnot. Let's hurry up, sign some paperwork and whatnot, agree on the price, and let's start making some prototypes, and let's just go ahead and do this and whatnot. And because we are a gaming console, we will reach out to the studios and whatnot and tell them what we're planning on doing, and most importantly, tell them what API we're about to use and whatnot. So you should go ahead and get ready to build off of that
yeah,
and whatnot, and just tell them, hey, we with the new GPUs and APUs that we have from AMD, we know after they test it and whatnot, extensive testing, we can push the limit of the system by this much. We can do this and we can do that and whatnot, and we're using this API. So go
yeah.
ahead and start
It's just
developing video games and whatnot.
Talk about dev kits,
Some
this.
earlier, huh?
dev kits. They need to release out them dev kits so the developers will know what's going on. That's what you mean?
Yeah,
Yeah, dev kits. And
and
let's go ahead and get a game plan together and whatnot. And then when it looks good, when everything looks good across the board, then they can start making announcements
Now, let me.
yeah,
and whatnot. And they can make, well, they will already be making a system and whatnot, and just come out with a system and go ahead and take that place that Sony really should have in gaming and whatnot. Like it's
yeah,
not that hard or whatnot. I just think they don't want to spend all their money and whatnot. They try to do as least amount of work that they can and
yeah,
whatnot. So
and that's with the entire gaming console market as is.
this whole
Um,
industry, yeah.
it's not like the mobile market where you have Apple and Samsung and other mobile manufacturers coming out with a new phone every year or a new variant of a phone every year. These gaming consoles take years to
Mm-hmm. They're computers.
develop, to R&D, to test, and you know that's one of the things. Sony's not going to rush out to do a new system because they're going to not only check out the specs of what the Scorpio is going to do, but they're going to see um, how it's received by the market. You know, if it's going to how it sells, I should say, and then they're going to probably do independent studies on from consumers that have purchased it and find out, where it's, doing great in, where it's lacking, and where it's lacking, what can be improved. I mean, that's just the whole. That's just how the entire,
Right.
business market is done. When you have going to do, uh, they're not just going to throw something together and put it out there because their competitor does. They're going to take the
Right.
time to do their homework and, see what they can do to make their console improve more on what this console's lacking.
Right. And be perfectly honest, they might as well just go ahead and hold out. The Xbox Scorpio isn't what their biggest problem is. Me and Cut have been talking about it. I have my suspicions that they're going to release an Xbox 2. It may not be called Xbox 2. Let's just call it codename Xbox 2. That they're going to release the Xbox 2 2020, 2021. Now, this is 2021 holiday season, which is really November or whatnot. Remember when the original Xbox came out? The original one came out November. Well, excuse me, in North America, it came out November 2001, if I'm not mistaken. The original Xbox.
Yeah, 2000, 2001, around that. Yeah, because
So
I was in seventh or eighth grade when it came out.
I have my suspicions that it's going to come out 2021 holiday season, which really November.
And see, my prediction on that is depending on how well it's received by the community, and and through the ups and downs of what is, what's good about it, what's lacking, and a newer console as early as holiday season 2019 from Microsoft. Again, that's speculation, and that's just um, on how it performs on the market and is received by the community.
Right, true. It may be 2019 and whatnot. You're right about that. Which I hate to
But
say this and whatnot. There may be a pro or upgraded version of that system, since this is the age we live in, where they keep updating systems by making new systems crazy and whatnot. We
yeah,
may end up seeing the updated version of it 2020, 2021 and
yeah,
whatnot for the 20-year anniversary of Xbox.
yep,
I really think they're going to do it 2021 as far as the new one, because
yeah. As far
Scorpio ain't even out yet. It comes
yeah,
out
as
later
far as
this year.
as far as an entirely new console, I would agree. We're looking if they don't do now, if they just do a variant of the Scorpio, um, yeah, we'll most likely see it in about in next year or 2019. Um, and like I said, depending on the market, we could see an entirely new console. But I think what both the uh, both the top console manufacturers, Sony, Microsoft, and even Nintendo, is looking to do is they're wanting to create a console that can do the same things that the Xbox 360 did. And what I mean by that is be in production and be supported and be played for years before we have to come up with a new console. That would definitely give the manufacturers plenty of time to do R&D, multiple years, with the with technology, you know, quadrupling every day, and you know, coming out 10,000 fold or 1,000 fold every year. That's something that may not happen.
Now, cut.
We just don't know.
Let me ask you this real
And
quick. I don't mean to cut you off. I just need to answer this real quick. Let me ask both you gentlemen. Do you guys think that by releasing this console, do you think that Microsoft is playing catch up with Sony?
in a sense,
Oh,
yes. In a sense, yes.
Honest
On
opinion,
start,
yeah. Honest opinion now. No, no, because we both Xbox guys. Now, honest opinion.
yep. And I even though I play the Xbox, I I wouldn't necessarily call myself a fanboy, but I just like the Xbox and the Xbox Live. But in all reality, I do feel like Xbox and Microsoft is trying to play catch up with
I
what
agree.
Sony has come out with the pro, with the PlayStation 4 Pro bundle.
I agree. I feel the same way. And again, I'm an Xbox guy. I've been Xbox for. I mean, you can look at my gamer tag. Been Xbox for like 12 years.
I've
Uh,
been yeah. This is my 11th year with Xbox Live.
right. So we both Xbox guys. We play the same games. We killed the same people in these games and stuff like that. But I honestly gotta admit, look, we're playing catch up to Sony because and this is coming from somebody who owned both systems. I've owned both systems, and I honestly feel like they really are playing catch up. But I do feel like they really won. They really won a lot of games over with this new subscription that they got out now. I really feel like it's definitely a game changer. GameFly, you definitely in trouble. I've said this earlier in the podcast, but I know I sound like a broken record. Sorry, but I really feel like GameFly and is really going to take a real hit. GameFly, GameStop, and PlayStation Now. They're going to hit. They're going to see a real hit because it's like a Netflix, but it's for video games. Like that's love. It just doesn't get no better than that. And I whoa. And I kind of wish that they came out with it way earlier.
Well, I mean, they did come out with as soon as they introduced the digital download for games, that's something that was an immediate blow to GameFly. That's something that GameFly still having to deal with because to be able to, I don't know if the price of the subscription what it is now, but to be able to get two games
Man, they done.
between
They're done, man. They're
yeah
finished.
it was like $22 a month,
And then the shipping speed
two
takes
games.
forever. The shipping speed takes
Yes.
forever to get the damn game. Like I had a 2 week trial, dude. I didn't see my game until a week and a half. So
Yeah.
I only had like 2 or 3 days to actually play this shit and to send that shit back. I was like, man, and I canceled it, man. I was like, man, I don't like it. It's too. They only got four shipping distribution centers, and that's whack. As big as y'all are, and as much as y'all finger fucking everybody in their pockets, y'all only got X amount, a little bit of distribution shipping centers. Like, come on, man. So now
We'll see.
this,
And I haven't had this GameStop or GameFly subscription for between 8 and 10 years, and so I don't know if they up their distribution centers because I know in the past that's one of the things that they were doing. They were in the middle of, uh, but I one of the things that I just didn't like was I would get games that were just royally jacked up. I mean, they would come in and they were just scratched to hell, and I have to send that one back, and they would send me another one, and and as I started seeing this as a issue, more prominent issue, or an issue that occurred more and more to the second game. That way, if I, you know, when I sent one back, I still have one to play to wait for my next one, and all this. It just became a hassle,
hmm
and it just wasn't worth it. Um, but And then, once Redbox started introducing their games, uh, who's going to rent a game for? Because I believe if you rented the games instead of a 1 day rental, you got a 3 day rental, and it was just like it was like $250 at the time or something around that. But still, with that, depending on the game, unless you're playing it nonstop, a lot of games you can't beat in 72 hours.
Mm-hmm.
So it
Unless
was
you
one
don't
that
got no
you got
job, you don't got no girl, you live with your
don't got a
mom,
life.
you don't got no life, you don't got no school. You know what I'm saying? You don't bathe, you don't care to drink, to eat properly. You got a twin bed, pissy sheets, you live in the basement. Like that's the
Fuck
only
and
way.
all niggas.
That's the only
and
way.
and it also was really crappy for those games that you got, that you not only did you want to play the campaign, but they also had a multiplayer. Like for Call of Duty, any way for me, any way that I got Call of Duty through GameFly. They're just they're just or GameFly, or not GameFly. I'm sorry, but Redbox, because I'd end up spending $10 on renting a game, that so I could not only beat the campaign, but I could also play the multiplayer for a decent amount of time, and it just wasn't worth it.
Mm-hmm.
Redbox. Think you had hard. I remember we had fucking a thing called Blockbuster on Broad River fucking Road.
Oh
It's a
yeah,
Oh
mattress
yeah.
store now.
well, they
Blockbuster's
had,
gone. I remember that.
and they had Blockbuster kiosks that were similar to Redbox for a little bit, but I think
So it was a
those are
horrible
gone.
fucking service. Not the kiosks and whatnot, but Blockbuster in general was a horrible fucking store to go to. Not especially if you bought used movies. You sit there, pick up a case, think you got the new special edition of a fucking movie and whatnot. They go to put the fucking movie in and whatnot. It's the fucking standard edition, standard rental edition, which means you couldn't even access like special features and shit. And it was standard
Well, and
and
then
whatnot. They sit there and you sit there and tell them, "Hey man, you got the special edition box on lock over here in the bin. Like, why is the movie like this?" They talking about, well, you got to call corporate. I'll give you a phone number. What I told them, I ain't doing that.
yeah,
I said, I'm not doing that. What?
they had Blockbuster had like a 3 to 5 day rental for movies. And they used to have their rental for movies and video games the exact same. But
Yeah.
then, to draw people in, customers in, they actually started doing a week. You could rent a video game for a week for the same price as you got it for. I wasn't that bad of a deal, because when it came down to it, it was like between $5 and $7. So the most, I mean, you were paying $1 a day for a game.
Well, it looks like it's definitely light at the tunnel because now we just paying 10 for a monthly fee and we getting hundreds of games, access to hundreds of games that we could just download on our console and keep it moving. And you don't have to
Yeah,
Right.
have an Xbox Live subscription, so that's a huge plus. It's a huge plus
yeah,
right there.
because you can use your the Xbox Silver subscription,
Mm-hmm.
which I don't even think they have that anymore. I think it's just,
Yeah,
you you
you just silver. You just yeah.
yeah, but and see, that's gonna cut into the EA Hub and
EA
stuff like
already
that.
EA already partnered with them. Like they getting 2K and all that. So
Oh, okay.
that's
So this
love.
is good. This is just basically an add-on to like the EA Hub and all that stuff,
Right,
correct?
right, right. It's gonna have the
Okay.
EA games. It's gonna have EA games, and it's gonna have a whole bunch of other games as well. And you know,
Yeah,
Gears is
because I
probably gonna be on there too.
yeah, because I know I have the EA Hub, and I know I can actually get the digital download of a game like 72 hours before it comes out. I can get like 10 to 20% off on new games and stuff like that because I pay um $10 every 3 months or something like that for the EA Hub
How many
subscription.
games came out that year though?
Oh, I haven't, to be honest with you, I haven't checked the EA Hub in a while. And then I just saw that
Not much.
The Ubisoft has Ubisoft Club now.
Oh, and also, I'm sorry about this. I left this out. Once you do get the subscription and you decide to, like, let's say if you got the game and you download it and you love it and you play it so much, you can actually get a chance to purchase it at 20% off. So that's the man.
Yeah,
You can't fucking beat that, man.
yeah.
You can't beat that.
Same with the EA Hub is, yeah, you actually get the game at a rate.
So
So
Right, right. But hey, guys, I'm gonna have to
yeah, we can ready to wrap it up anyway.
whatnot. But next show we should talk about. Hold on.
Our next show is Podcast Unlimited.
Yeah, we can
yep,
talk about
We're gonna talk. We're gonna
the
cover everything.
prices of the stores. I just want to bring this up real quick. The games and whatnot, like the prices of the games on the online stores being as high as they are, especially with games that have been out for multiple years and whatnot, still costing 15, 20 damn dollars.
yeah, unless
Yeah, I
you
got an issue
have,
with that too.
yeah, and I mean even the ones that are you know some the deals with gold.
Mm-hmm.
And I and I feel that the deals with gold is 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 a double edged sword, and we can get into that next time though.
Yeah, definitely. Uh, for everybody that's out there listening, I appreciate it for y'all listening to our podcast, Everything Tech. We will be back next week, Tuesday at 7:30 or between 7:30 and 8 o'clock. We usually come on at 8 o'clock even. Um, that's all. That's all I have to say. Cut. Is there anything you want to say for our viewers?
Yeah, I just want to say, I apologize for coming in late. Had some stuff I had to take care of. As always, appreciate all the support. Leave them down in the comments. Um, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, share if you feel like it. But like I said, as always, we appreciate the support.
All
Really
right.
do.
Definitely, definitely. How about you, Aiden?
Yeah, I would like to say thanks everybody to listening to the show tonight. We appreciate you very much. And watch how much you be spending on these consoles because you keep buying the reiterations of these consoles and whatnot, the updated versions. You could have bought a pretty good or pretty damn beast gaming PC
One time
and
purchase too. All
whatnot.
we gotta do is patch it up with different CPUs, GPUs. My mistake. But yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Whatnot. Y'all spending all these money on consoles. Hey man, that $1,200 to $2,000 you done spent on consoles, video games, accessories, and all that other shit could have been on a damn gaming PC or whatnot, 4K gaming PC, editing PC or whatnot. So y'all guys think about that. There's these guys called Techzilla. Well, no, they call it Tech Syndicate on YouTube. They actually changed their name, but shout out to them because the channel still works. If you type it in, the channel will still come up and whatnot. They have a video series, the benefits of PC games and being a PC gamer. I suggest you look at that. Might be surprised at what you see. Uh, but yeah, once again, thanks to the guys to viewing the show tonight. I'm a little tired. I'm medicated and whatnot, but thank you. We appreciate you all. If you have any questions, leave it in the comment box. One of us will get back to you. And yeah, 4673. We'll see you later.
All right, peace out. Everybody have a blessed night. We out of here.
Peace.